afternoon, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Undercover ET UK. And apologies again for the voice. This cold is not leaving me just yet, but I'm getting there, and things will get back to normal soon, I'm sure. We've got an amazing video for you today. It's probably borderline one of my biggest videos that I've done so far. So we've got another saucer out of Oklahoma, first of all. Thank you very much, Ben, for staying persistent. We've got more footage out of Oklahoma. Thank you very much, Tony, for staying persistent. We've got more footage out of Belfast, USA. Thank you, MB. I'm going to show you your content today. We've also got, folks, it's just going off the rails. So we've got a guy in Massachusetts, and I'm going to get into more detail in a bit. What can I say? He sent me some images. He said, Rob, I've seen your channel, I've seen your work, can I send you some stuff, because I want you to try and make out what these things are. It's like, yeah, send it over, no problem. It's just been one of them days, I tell you, it's been one of them days. We got ETs, folks, we got ETs. That's all I can say, is we got ETs, and I'm going to go through all of the guy's credentials. I'm going to go through everything that he's told me. He seems credible. The footage, the pictures that I've got look as I would expect them to look, I guess. And I'll explain why. And if anyone really does doubt it, and I get it, because I'm not 100%, but I'm fairly confident that he's telling the truth and what he's got to show is real. If anyone doesn't, if anyone dismisses it straight away, just remember one thing, folks. Before we get to the end part, which is where I'm going to show you the ETs, I'm going to show you that these things exist. Okay, I'm going to show you that the craft are in the skies. They exist. They're there. They're literally everywhere. Everyone can record them. And once we get to that point in this video where I've shown you the credible footage of them flying in the air, we're going to just go straight down to the brass knuckle of it, and I'm going to show you the pictures of what I've been given, which are apparently ETs, and I'm going to go into detail. So let's get into it, folks. It's just absolutely amazing, and I've got so much to show you. So we're going to start off with, so I've put it all into a folder. I've tried to keep it all in order, and in fact we're going to start off with this. So it's not a video as such. I mean, there is one out there, but I'm not going to get into it today. But for you guys, you might have seen it already. It was posted by Ironman-Y6E. It was just a short video, I'll be honest. I was sat in the toilet watching some short videos, and there it is, right? Everyone sat on the toilet watching short videos. Let's be honest. So I was watching it, and I noticed this object come flying out. And a lot of people will go, well, look, Rob, it's debris. The rocket's coming down. It's pushing out all this debris. Look. I know it looks like that, folks, but this is a rather large black object, and it's the only one there. And if you look at the original clip, you see all this dust and smoke appear. You only see one black object. And yeah, I just thought it was something I just caught when I wasn't expecting it, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And you can kind of see roughly where I've stopped it on the video. So if you want to find this short video and just stop it like around about here, leave about 2 inches off the end of the video. It looks like 2 inches on my 32-inch screen anyway. And then yeah, you'll capture this thing, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments on that one. But SpaceX, yet again, coming to mind. So I'm going to give you some straight away. I'm going to give you some good footage. So this was another saucer that was captured by Ben over in Oklahoma, and you can see it was taken on the 10th. So this month, on the 5th day, 3 days ago. And I'll just start it again, because even though it's been slowed down, things still moving really fast, folks. And I want you guys to see absolutely everything. So we've got this orb here, and you can see it turns into like a hard white object mid-flight. This orb is like an actual bubble. This is something you would expect to see if you blew a bubble, you know, like those fairy liquid things. But this is hundreds of feet up in the sky, folks. Look, it's just... Anyway, we know about these things. We know about these orbs. Okay, we know that we associate them with UAPs now. We fully expect to see, when we see one, we see 3 or 4, and sure enough, we've seen 2, and the source is coming. And it's not as clear as the other shot that we had before, but you know it's a saucer. There's another one that's just arrived. I think there may be a portal up here as well. I've just seen a flicker of light. I'll go through the enhancement in a moment, but look at this thing. And if anyone's like, that's a bird, Rob, look, I'll show you why it's a saucer in the next clip. But I just wanted to go back because that white, see that? It's very hard to make out, folks. And in fact, I'm going to just zoom in on that, and I may do the enhancement and just make a note of that 9 seconds into the video. This is stuff that's really hard to pick out unless you know what you're looking for. And there's a slight white smudge that's appeared here and here. And I fully suspect that this is a portal opening up in the sky. And this is where these things have either come from or, you know, are planning to go through. And that's why there's so many objects in the sky at this point. That's what I believe anyway. It's certainly something to do with them, whatever it is. But I can't say for sure. I'm going to do the enhancement and we'll get into it, because I just noticed that, folks. But this saucer is absolutely incredible, and you can see it resembles that hat shape again. Yeah, it is tough to see because it's not as clear and as close to the camera as it was the other day. But I tell you what, Ben, if you keep filming, mate, it's gonna happen. That's an awesome bubble as well. It's just an awesome orb. And that's the real deal, folks. This is the real deal. What you're seeing here. And for anyone who hasn't, if anyone's just watching this for the first time, go back through my other videos, because this chap has been filming every day. Same as the other guy in Texas, and they've just been capturing stuff. Boom, every day. Absolutely amazing. I would normally do an enhancement on it, but it will just come up as a black dot with whatever shape. So the way the AI works is, the way I use it is I use it. Well, I'll do it right now quickly, just so that you guys can see, because I know that the peeps on Facebook, a lot of them were like, nah, it's AI. It's got AI in the picture, so I don't want to know. Look, AI can be used in the best way, and it can be used in the worst way. It just depends how it's used. And I'm going to show you guys right now, and I'm going to do more of this actually as we go on. But all I do is I pick out the image that I want, and I can tell you that you can see it's a hat or a saucer. I'm just going to X2. Right, let me find the app. I've not got it loaded. I wasn't expecting to do this right away. But Pickwish. This is what I use, folks, and you just have to be clever with it. There's no point starting adding to things, because then you're just making stuff up. But all we're trying to do is clear the image up. That's all we're trying to do here, folks. And there are other ways you can pick out images and get them in a proper state before putting them in through this through this whole thing. What did I just save that as? X2. Yeah. So there are ways, but it just takes a bit of practice, and it does take a lot of patience, I'll be honest with you. So this is all I've been doing to the photos, folks, and we're going to go through it in a moment with the next video, which everyone's probably seen by now, but I'm going to show you more. So I told you, like, that's exactly what it's done. All it's done is it defined the edges and kept the shape and took out the blur. Yeah, and you can see the AI's tried to do that to the whole image. But that's all it's doing, folks, and the bits that are partially translucent in the moment, it picks that out. It picks it out, folks, which is why, and I'm going to get into it, but I'm curious to know why we saw what we saw in the picture that we did, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I came to that conclusion, honestly. But just one last time, let's just watch this saucer come down. It is cracking footage, folks. It's real, 100% real. I'm going to keep emphasising on that, because by the time we get to the ETs at the end, I want everyone to remember these things are real. And although we need to take what we're seeing with a pinch of salt for now, I believe they're real, and you'll see why. You'll see why when we get into it, folks. Okay, so again, it's just a close up of what we just saw there. I've just done the whole thing, so you know what it looks like, folks. This is the original one that was taken, the really good one, and this slowed down 3% speed, folks. This was done by Robert Shape at Custodian File, sent it over to me, and I went to work on it. Simply, that's what we do. We send each other stuff and we go to work on it. And anyone wants to get involved in disclosure in a serious way, you know, if they're making a channel for entertainment purposes, fine, you know, I get it. You got to make a living. But if you actually want to get into disclosure in a serious way and look at videos in a serious way, hey, get in contact with me. I'll help you out. I'll help you look for things that I'm seeing and picking things out. I'll just play it one more time. It's cracking. Okay, it's cracking. How many different videos do we get where we actually get a saucer visible like this? And they're basically saying hello to us, folks. Look, it's unreal. If anyone's still like, look, it's fake, Rob. Look, the guy's been out there every day. He's been out there every day, guys. Okay, and this is not so. If for anyone who doesn't know their maps and their geography, this is Oklahoma. Okay, you go down south about 100 miles south, you've got East Texas, and it's happening there too. And I've got a chap on the ground who's doing amazing work, and we're going to get into it. So that was the previous video, and the reason why I wanted to share it, not only is it epic, but because again Robert sent me this, and this is the interpolation of every single object that actually moves in that moment in the sky during that whole video. Now I've only shown you the clip of the object coming down the screen, but these are all the objects that are visible in that in that original clip, and you can see the movement of it. It's consistent. Now, for anyone that's wondering, well, how did you get the images that you got? You know, and for anyone who's wondering what I'm on about, folks, I'll give you the image right now. If anyone's wondering how I got this from that interpolation I'm about to show you, okay? It's crazy, right? It's crazy because this is an object that is unknown to the AI system. It's a UFO, okay? And the AI system is not going to know that this is a flying saucer that should have a pilot, right? All it's done is it's taken the image, it's highlighted what it can, the defining edges that it can see, it highlights massively, and the ones that it can barely make out, it creates a shape. Okay, so this would be distorted, but it's not. It's made the shape, and that's why everyone's like, it looks like a fish, it looks like a fish. I get it, it does look like a little whale or something, right? But where this distortion happens, I say it in all the footage all the time, they become almost translucent. And when something becomes almost translucent, if we're clever enough and we pick the right moment, we can capture something like this, folks. And I'm sorry to say it, I'm leaning more towards there being a being inside this object than not, because the AI's caught something that looks like a being sat upright, either looking through a telescope or drinking a coffee. Okay, it's all I can say in the matter, and I'm going to show you now how I got into it. So, as you can see, we've got this amazing interpolation from Robert Shape, and this is why team effort really, really helps, because all I did, I'll be honest, was I picked out an image that I wanted. Yeah? And I zoomed in just a wee bit. And I'm going to show you now exactly what I did, folks. Took that one, because that's the one I wanted to go for. Blow it up again. And there's our finished, hashed up, blurry image. That's all I did, folks. Literally. And now for example purposes, I'm going to go over to the Pickwish enhancer. and I'm going to upload this example. And I'm going to explain to you why it's so difficult to capture the image that I captured. Okay, because it takes a little bit of luck, but you've got to use your mind as well a little bit. There you go. I've never seen this one before. That's what we're getting, folks. You know, again, it's not showing a being as such. You might make something out that might resemble a being, but honestly, it's just an empty image of something we don't understand. That's what the AI has done. You go back to that. It's trying to clear that up. It's defined this part, the body. Everything else is a translucent bubble, like I said. So it's tried to pick that out. Now, these are really, really fuzzy. So I half expected it to turn out like this. Yeah? Now, we don't know whether this is a being. It looks to me, honestly, that to me looks like it could be one of them NASCAR beings. Doesn't it? Maybe one more back here. I don't know, folks. We've just done this. I've never done this before. I've just picked a random image, and that's what we got, folks. That's what we've got. Okay? Now, the reason why this is so difficult, I'm going to try and explain this the best way I can. The reason why this is so difficult, folks, is because what we've got going on, when this thing flies through the air, it's turning at the same time. Now, I've analysed this quite hard, as you can imagine, and I can confirm, and it's quite easy to see because one part of it lights up and then it goes dark as it turns. Yeah, see, light and dark again, and it's still light. Hang on. Yeah, and then dark again. Yeah, this thing is turning while it's moving. It is literally something at the Twilight Zone. It's incredibly crazy, and that's why it's even with the interpolation. You got to get it. You got to get it looking at the right way, and there are moments where this thing is not facing the right way. Yeah. Or at least it's not letting us see inside, and then there are moments where it's translucent and we are seeing inside. And it's these images here, and honestly, folks, do you know what? We don't even need to do the AI enhancement. Let's just go into it one by one, folks. Look, we can zoom straight in. So, not seeing anything there. Not really seeing anything there. I do feel like a bit of a window peeper. We've got this tube thing again, look, folks. And again, if I enhance that, I'm sure that will come up because it's defined and it's looking right at the camera in that moment. Look, you can see it here. It's sticking out almost. We're getting clearer. Yeah, we're getting clearer. We've also got, looks like something sticking out here. Getting a bit clearer. Whoa. Getting an image here of something. Getting difficult. Is that something there? Mega blurry. I'm just going to keep going, folks, because the ones that we make out the clearest is the one I'm going to AI enhance. What do you think, folks? What do you think? I mean, the distortion that this thing's created as it's moving. Whoa, what's that? That looked like that's something looking at us. Oi, oi. Oh, is that? Oh, that's the original. Look, boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, with the tube there. So I think that's the one that Robert originally picked out. Yeah, or maybe this one even. Although this one doesn't look like it's straight on. This tube here looks like it's dipped down a bit. What do you guys think in the comments? Do you think that we've got ETs in there? Do you know what? They might be radio controlled, but you know what? They may also have pilots. From what Congress people are saying, from what people are saying in Congress, the hearings that are being held, they've got pilots. So why wouldn't we? They're basically showing themselves off, folks. Is that an ET? Looks like a big head. It just looks like. Whoa, folks! Look. So in that clip, right, it looks like it's looking to the left, and then in this clip, it's looking right at you. Am I wrong? Have we not got two eyes there that have changed? I know that the angle's different, but you can use the barrel at the front as your kind of. I mean, they don't look like they span around too much. It looks more like the object's gone from here to here, but the people inside, whatever they are, this thing's turned its head. Look, it's looking that way, and then now it's looking right at the camera. Am I wrong? Look, the head's going this way, and then the eyes are going this way. And then here, the eyes are looking straight at the camera, and you can't see the elongated head because it's back there. Folks, am I just seeing things? Am I just seeing what I want to see? We're gonna AI enhance the hell out of that one. Look, same again. Am I seeing things or? That's it. The viewers are going to be like, Rob's lost it. He's lost it. Look, folks. I took the AI enhancement at the end of the day, and we're going to do more in a minute. Look, man. Eyes, body. Oh, gee. It's consistent. It's consistent, and it's looking at different angles. I'm telling you guys, this is. Look, okay, look, I could be wrong, but we're going to enhance this and see what it comes up with. And I'm telling you now, right, if the AI somehow picks up a being inside here like before, then what's to say that there wasn't a pilot, folks? It's a flying object at the end of the day. I mean, are flying objects have pilots? You know what I'm saying? So which one are we going to go with, folks? Was it one up here? That one there, look, two eyes, mouth, hey, looking straight up. Okay, this is the one, isn't it? Because look, this is the one with the on. Let's do the. Do you know what, folks? Excuse me. Never been done before. First time for everything. Let's do them both. Oi oi. Let's do them both. Ah, what have I done? I got excited. Let's do them both, folks, because we have to. We just have to. Alright. It does. It looks like they're just going, hey. Look, he's missing there. He's not even there in that one. Look, he's there. At the helm. He's looking that way at the helm, and then all of a sudden he's looking out the window. Or no, that shadow is still there, but that one is not present there. Folks, what the hell is going on? I tell you what. Right, where's that one with the elongated head, and then there he is, elongated, nodded. Right, there we go, folks. Right, what I was trying to do, I was trying to get the right zoom in because this one looks really distorted compared to this one. There's no defining lines. There are some here. Oh, should we just do all three? We're having a threesome, folks. Okay. That is madness. Look, boom, boom, boom. Different. Oh my god, is he waving? Is he He's waving. That is madness. Folks, tell me if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Please don't say, look, don't say I've lost my head. Please don't say I've lost my head. I might have. This subject can do that to a man. Oh, Jesus, what am I doing? Okay, this is definitely not going as quickly as I wanted, so I apologise if the video gets out a little bit late, but it's got to be worth it, folks, isn't it? It's got to be worth it. Example 1. Oh, man. Oh, I'm just... What are we going to see here? Oh, man. Oh, crap. Oh, man. I was kind of hoping that it just wouldn't show him. Right. We got an ET waving. I think we've got an ET waving. And honestly, like, this thing even looks like an ET. The image can play with you, but I'm concentrating right here. Okay, that's been hashed quite a bit. That one's been and I did say this one looked fuzzier. I did say that, didn't I, folks? And, you know, they were taken at the same, you know. But then this one... What's going on here? And regardless of whether you think it's an ET or not, folks, I'm telling you right now, there is movement. There is movement between this image on all three. Boom, boom, boom. Look, the thing is looking this way. Then it's looking this way. That is moving inside. I'm almost convinced that there is a pilot in there. That's insane. That's insane, folks. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can do much more with this one. Do you know what? I don't think I need to, but I'm going to do it. I mean, why not? I know we're just messing around at this point, but just for one time during this video, I'm just going to mess, because surprises come. I'm just enhancing the enhancement, just to see if it clears it up anymore. It probably won't. It'll probably look exactly the same, but what do we think, folks? Have we got a living organism there showing up in white? What have we got? What have we got? What's this thing sticking out here? Eh? Is that how they get their coffees delivered? What's going on? Absolutely insane, folks. Absolutely insane. And you can do this. You know, you can do this, folks. You've got the videos there. I've played you the full footage. I've shown you the interpolation. It's amazing. It's absolutely mind-blowing what we're seeing. And I can't thank Robert enough for sharing it. That there is incredible. He is looking out the window. What do we think, folks? What do we think? Just going to go back into the interpolation shots and just see if I can get anything else. Kind of looks like it's looking downwards there. Looking straight at the camera. It's a strange one, isn't it, folks? It's a strange one. And the more you zoom in, the harder it is to see. But if you keep it zoomed out and look carefully... Do you know what? Do you know what? One more time. One more time. And I'm going to do these here. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to do these these 5. And I'm going to do it from a zoomed out perspective because they look so much better zoomed out. This one looks like it's waving, man. I try not to deviate too much because we've still got some big things to show on this one, folks. It's getting out of hand now. It's getting out of hand. I showed you the ETs earlier than expected, I'll be honest. I mean, for anyone that's on the fence with this now, they're probably like, look, I just need confirmation that this thing is real first. I promise you, folks, this stuff is coming from people on a regular basis, and it's from the same people, from the same location, and go back through the other videos to find out exactly what those details are, and go to Custodian File. He's the man who supplied me this footage. Look, man. Chilling. Looks like he's strapped in. What's going on? Yeah. I hope you like that anyway, folks. That's what I did. That's how I generated the images, and you can see it's not, you know, they're blurry. They are blurry, and you getting images of what I think they're ET. There's at least one ET in there. I don't think he's alone. But yeah, absolutely incredible. And if you are waving, buddy, and you're watching this, I salute you. I'll wave back, mate. I'll wave back. Come visit me anytime. Amazing. Right, so let's move on, folks, because we've got so much to get on with. So we've got to this point, and yeah, I was just screenshotting really of the original footage. See there, you've got the sofa or toilet looking thing, and then you've got this object here, and then all I did was I zoomed in, took a screenshot, went on Pickwish, blur to clear, if you come off of this completely, you see here, blur to clear, don't click anything else, compress, add watermark, literally blur to clear, simple as that. Upload your file, pick your file out, go for it. That's all I'm doing, folks. Not trying to add anything to it. And so yeah, and that's how I come up with this. And also this one, which really does show something potentially sat down with short legs, and we've seen bodies like this on videos as well, where ETs have got these short legs. They don't use them for walk. They don't. Do you know what I mean? They don't walk like we would. And looking out at something, who knows, folks? Who knows? And you can tell. Look, like the tables have turned here, because we were looking at an image a second ago on the right hand side here, but this is obviously turned. You know, and in the moment it has turned, it's now facing this way. So I think that actually was one of these. Potentially this one, and then by the time we get down here, it's, you know what I mean, it's done a bit of a manoeuvre. So it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to say exactly what the situation is here, but we're definitely getting dark and then translucent, and sometimes we can see into it, sometimes we can't. We also saw it turn into this. You can see the interpolation here. It's gone to a really small object, barely visible, into this orb, and then back to this hard object, and then into the orb again. Boom, 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 boom. You know, and it just appears like this saucer hat-shaped thing. Mental, absolutely mental. And then you've got this white object here, which we're ignoring right now. But look, folks, like little fairies or something. It's unreal. It's unreal. Look, going from this translucent, boom, 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 just from non-existence to existence, folks. From our reality, and that tells me that something's not adding up. On a massive scale, something is not adding up, folks. And there you go, just another enhancement that you all have seen on Facebook that I managed to pull out from there. You know, it does help to look at the video and do your own stops as well if you can, because you'll catch it at certain moments where it's turned a certain way. There you go. Again, looks like it's drinking and having a drink or something. You know, how would the AI pick that up? when it's just taking the image at face value and trying to enhance it. It's not, you know. And I'm not saying 100% for sure, but you know, if someone had to say to me, look, you've got two options, pick one, I will pick that there's something on board these ships. And that's because of what we're seeing. And the fact that they're flying. I'd have to say they're unmanned would mean that they are operated somewhere else. And yeah, not seeing it, folks. Anyway, moving on from Oklahoma, and that was a lot to go through, I completely appreciate. But we have got so much more to get on with. So I'm going to show you this one. Now, this was sent to me and a few people over email from MB. For anyone who knows what MB is, she does some fantastic videos, and we've got one out of Belfast, Maine, USA, and boy, it's just another one of those Dragon UAP moments. And I'm going to slow it down straight away because it all happens so fast, but I really want you guys to see the movement of this thing, alright, because it is insane. Look, so first of all, folks, it comes up from the south. Yeah, and then check the movement out. And the other one just joins it. The other one's like, yeah, I'm joining you. And then an orb flies out as well. 3 objects at least that are UFOs. Potential 4th, but it might have been a bug. And yeah, just look at the movement of this thing and the fact that this one now meets up with it as well. You got this white orb here, the trio. 3 of them, and you can guarantee that's a UFO. And what they want with the planes, who knows? Who knows? Is it the passengers that they're more interested in? I wouldn't imagine they're interested in the technology because, well, theirs is completely... it's gone behind the plane, folks. That's... I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. This object has just come up, flown right up to the plane, slowed down and matched speed with it, gone around the wings. It stayed there for a few milliseconds before flying up. That was incredible. Look, it's gone. It's behind the plane and staying with it. And then look, folks, and that's exactly why the military are scared of these things, because the military can fire a missile and those things can just fly right in front of the missile and be like, hey, and probably disable it. Like, these things can literally just do that, and without taking any damage. Like in terms of, they can be right next to the engines going off like mad, and that doesn't affect them. Does not affect them. They can be right above a helicopter or below it mid-flight. Doesn't affect them. Look, how? And they're never alone. There's at least 3 there and an orb. Well, at least, but unless the orbs turn into one of them. 4, maybe 4 or 5 objects, but definitely 3. We'll just keep playing it all the way to the end now, just to see if we see anything else. But again, we'll never know if they're the same objects if they do come into play. But that's amazing, MB. And if you're watching this, it wouldn't have been... Well, you probably are already zoomed in, but it's a shame. If you had any more zoom in, you might have seen it, whether it was a clear sort of hat like disc shape, or whether it's your classic sort of pin shape, or whatever it might have been. But we've got different shaped objects that we're trying to look out for, folks, and we've seen the white jellyfish like objects, and we've seen the round ball objects, and now we're seeing the saucers coming about. So there's a lot going on, and yeah, okay. East Texas, Palestine Lake. Tony's been at it again, and I'm just going to show you the one video with a screen snippet. There wasn't much going on in the sky, so we thought he'd film some birds. And that, for anyone who doesn't know, that's what birds look like in the sky, folks, when they're just hovering. Okay? Clear as you like. We got birds. And he does, there you go, boom, captures something. And it doesn't even, you know... And I think something also zooms past the camera there a little bit. Not sure if it's a bug, but that one right there, I believe, is a UAP. And I know it looks like a bug, and you think, well, that's got wings. Nope, that is a plasma jet coming off it, folks. And again, I revert you to Custodian File, and he will show you all about the bugs. I'll probably do a bug video soon, just to remind everyone that what we're seeing here are not bugs. And it's just moving way too fast, folks. This thing is just moving way too fast. And that's quite a good stop, actually. So let's see if we can get in on that and just see if I can do my thing. Because I wanted to show you folks it's not a bug, you know. It's just not a bug. And am I pushing it too much? I think that's zoomed in too much. Let's try. Because we want to try and keep the pixels, folks. Let's try that. And yeah, I mean, you'd know if it was a bug. You'd see all sorts of insecty bits coming off of it. No, it's not. Again, it's just to find the edges. So this is what we're seeing. I mean, ignore this bit because, well, I mean, don't ignore it. But what this is, the AI is picking up here is the plasma jet coming off. But ultimately, this is what we've got. And I always say hockey puck, because when they're zooming through the air, they do look like these hockey pucks. And yeah, so that's how we use AI to our advantage, folks. And you can see it's not a long way off at all. It's just cleared up the image. You know, and the bit that's translucent, what's it done? It's tried to make it into a hole. Yeah? Tried to turn it into a whole image. But this translucent bit, it's just the trail that it leaves, the jet plasma. And you see that in the video. Yeah? Because it looks like wings, but it's not. It's just this hockey puck. I'll try and keep the birds out of it if I can. Yeah, it's just a hockey puck, folks. And again, I can take that and enhance it, and it'll just come up as we saw it, and it'll try and pick out. I'll do it just because I want to show you guys. Anyone who's not convinced that AI can't be used for good, I'm trying to show you guys that it can be. And there's, you know, once everyone realises this, I'm sure there'll be loads of evidence that people will want me to go through and stuff. And hey, I'm open to it. Email me, undercoveretuk@gmail.com. Subscribe to the channel, keep watching the stuff I'm putting out, and you can join me on Facebook as well. I'll go through that towards the end. But yeah, so that was incredibly fuzzy, but that's what we're getting, folks. Yeah, there's no bug to it at all. It's it is what it is. Yeah. So fast. So fast. Well done, MB. Keep doing what you're doing. We know that you're bringing in the hard work. What is that there? Wow. We keep finding stuff, MB. Right. That's seriously quick, isn't it? I mean, I get it's just gone right through the lens. So it could be a bug, but I just want to double check because it's got a white flash to it. And do you know what I mean? It's slowed really slow, and right. That looks very similar to what we saw in Oklahoma, Texas. If anyone remembers from the previous video. I mean, that's way. It's moving so fast. It's way too blurry for me to say what that is. But there's no insect. I'm fairly confident of that. But if I tried to enhance that, it would just be a blur because that's all it is. I mean, you can vaguely see like a disc-shaped object here, but it's not. It's not definitive, you know. It's too blurry. And it's just not going to give us anything good. But I would say that's the white and black object together, travelling in unison, just going. Okay, we're doing it. I wasn't going to do it, but we're doing it. And stay tuned, folks. We have got some major one video that's really good still to come, and some pictures that will be absolutely mind-blowing to anyone that will believe them. And based on what we're seeing right now, folks, there's no reason not to believe him. I'm going to give you every reason to try and trust the man that I'm going to introduce in a minute. Yeah, I kind of felt like there was a black... Yeah, impossible to know, folks, but that's what just whipped through the skies during the end of that clip there. So, yeah, we'll just play it to the end in slow-mo, just in case anything else whips through. I'll speed it up a little bit. Yeah, just in case anything else whips through, but I'm fairly sure... Oh, well, we've got one more there. Our black orb, which is our saucer, our UFO saucer. As we've just done the interpolation on the one in Oklahoma. That is our saucer. Cracking, Tony. Keep going, mate. Keep going with this. I know you've been busy working on your motor, and I still want to see the finished result of the motor. By the way, I reckon it's going to look pretty cool. Now that one there, just at the end there, it looks smaller than the other birds. Maybe a different bird. Maybe it's not. That's maybe it's why it's not flying with the pack. Who knows, folks? I look at everything these days because there's so much craziness going on in the skies. We just got to right. We're on to the craziness now, folks. California. California. It just got crazy. Okay. This chap's name is LL. Okay. Unusual name. Cool dude. Okay, I was speaking to him today. He gave me as much information as he could with the time that he had, but he's got a lot going on and he was busy and he was just about to leave the house. So, I'm going to get more information. There's plenty more to come from this guy. Thousands of pictures, videos, all sorts. Okay? His credentials. Works at 432, a festival, Save the Planet. We are all connected. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is, but I love the sound of it. I love the sound of it, buddy. Former head of production at Channel 18, Crash Landing Productions. That's also... Excuse me. Excuse me. That's also awesome. Former producer-director at LAPD headquarters. You'll have to enlighten me on that one. LAPD headquarters, former producer-director. Okay, former CBS records manager of A&R at Columbia Records. I've heard of Columbia Records. Studied at Los Angeles City College. Studied at Ohio University. Went to Fort Lee High School. Lives in Los Angeles, California. And originally from New York, New York. Mate, you seem credible. I checked out your profile because when someone forwards me anything that's related to this topic, I do look at everyone. And we had a little chat earlier on as well. And you seem like a genuine guy. I don't think you've got any reason to lie. And you've got more going on in your life that I will reveal in another video, because I know we're going to come back to you. But I'm just going to show the folks, my viewers now, what we're seeing. And folks, this is just absolutely incredible. Now, the caption here, this video here, it was taken 6:15 PM, and I believe it was it Cajun? I'll get the details in a moment. Let's watch the video. It's absolutely phenomenal. I know it's something Park. I will double check in a moment. And what I'll do, I'll just open up our chat so that people can see that we've been talking and you've been giving me the details, and I think that'll be the easiest way to be transparent with people. Look at that. Look at that for a light craft, folks. Now, from what I understand, living on a remote part of this world where you've got a bit of beach around you is a big plus. These things apparently are showing up wherever he goes. Doesn't matter where he goes, they're showing up around him. And he's got thousands of videos and photos. Now, I'm not saying that this sort of thing couldn't be created, But I tell you what, folks, this looks like a real footage, and it's a banger. It's an absolute banger. Just take a look at that thing, right? And we see these things in the sky all the time from a long distance, right? And people are like, look at that orb. This is what it looks like close up, folks. Absolute banger. And the reason why I love this, I love what this guy's doing, and the fact that he's getting it on record and he's being so open with me about it. At the start of the channel, when I created this channel, I said that I would like to connect the spirit world with the UFO world, that they are one in the same thing. And I did a lot of research to come up to that conclusion. I didn't just assume it and thought it sounded cool. I came up with that conclusion because of the research I've done. And this guy really puts it into perspective, because he's filming these things off the beach, you know, off his property, and then he's seeing aliens. He's seeing ETs, folks. I'm not going to call them aliens. He's seeing ETs. He's seeing what we would consider to be extraterrestrial. Now, they may not be. They may actually be from this planet. But we don't know about them, which means they're probably living underground, or they're hidden away somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they are from another planet. Maybe they're here for a short stay or a long stay. I don't know, folks. But we're going to get into it. So this is image 1, folks, and I've labelled it up as Casper. Okay, because it does look like Casper the Friendly Ghost. But in reality, if we zoom in, folks, what does that look like? And I know we've only got part of the body here. Okay. All of these photos were taken in Massachusetts along the beach in the dark. All right, folks. So that's why it's pitch black. But there are more photos. I'm going to play around with them more. I'm going to light up the background. I'm going to see what's there. I'm going to delve into this deeply, okay, because this is big evidence, if it's real. And I've got no reason to doubt the guy. He's just provided me a really cool orb video, and he's got thousands of these things. So this looks like one of the Nazca beings, I'll be honest. It's got an elongated head, it's got big eye sockets, it's got that cheeky little look to it, and it doesn't look like a massive being by any standards. So it could well be, and it could be I would imagine it was one that was very much alive on the night. Okay, so that's massive. If this thing is alive and it's there, we're talking about something that we've just found in Peru that was dated back 4,500 years ago, that's now alive today, present day. That's massive. So thank you very much for sharing that one. And this just gets weirder and weirder, folks. I'm going to go on to this one next. This one looks more like a spirit that's shown up. It's got the orb here, but it's showing a face. And the face looks really odd, folks. Again, it looks like something out of Mario Brothers. Not too sure, but I've seen similar things, folks. I've seen similar things, so I can't. And also, like, we may only be seeing a portion of its face. You see that? Like, the glow around it. Take the glow out, and you've just got this face. Okay? And we don't know what this face is, where it's coming from, how it's looking, like, how it's travelling, but it's seeing, it's looking. It almost looks like Voldemort. I ain't gonna lie. Not to scare anyone, I'm sure it's harmless, but we don't, you know, they're trying to show themselves in our reality at the end of the day, and it's very, very difficult for us to distinguish what's what. So this is what we're getting, folks, and this is just one of thousands of images, so we're going to go through them as and when they come into me. I'm trying to get to... Wow, so this one here, just, again, so it wasn't lit up like this, folks. It was actually quite dark, and what I've had to do is play with the contrast and play with the light and the background colour and all that. And you can see, like, there's clearly something in the background, you know. It's not just a dark place, it's not just a dark background with a fake image stuck in the middle of it. This is somewhere, and this is something, and it didn't light up like this. It was much darker. But to get the image out, I've had to lighten it up, just to get the eyes and the face. And again, you can see it was taken in the dark, and you can see that anything that you take in the dark is going to be hard to see. I'm not too sure if we can I'll speak to LL and see if we can pull up any clearer photos of anything that he's got that's really compelling that he might want to share. But yeah, absolutely amazing, folks. Absolutely amazing. I mean, are we really looking at ETs here? We've already seen one in a flying saucer, and I can tell you that's credible evidence. I can tell you now that's credible footage, folks. So, okay, moving on to the greys. This one's really blurry, I appreciate it. And to be honest, I could barely see anything. When I first saw this picture, it was just a head, and it was very, very faint. Almost fainter than it is now. Guys, I highlighted it all up, and all of a sudden this body appears, and it looks like it's sat down. He looks like he sat down. Got a bit of a glow to him here. Not sure what it is, and that is in the original clip as well. It looks like it's sat down, and it's got a long head and some big eyes. Okay, again, really fuzzy. I'm not too sure why, and I need to ask that. I need to go into more detail, but like I said, LL was really busy today, and he said, look, fire any questions I have towards him, and he'll answer them when he can. So I will do, trust me. And folks, if you've got questions, please leave them in the comments so that I can forward them on to him. And we're going to try and keep this as legit as we can. All right, I'm going to make sure I do my homework, and I make sure I do this justice. This face is, it looks to me like a Mantian being, Mantian-like face. Really thin neck, folks, really thin neck. And I know it's quite distorted. It's because it's a zoomed in screenshot of this, and this is an incredible image. Took me a while to get it right, but this was a lot darker. Again, once I lightened it up, this body appears, and this body is just not human. It's just not a human body, folks. And I'm not too sure what these green lights are all about. Could have companions sat there in a light form that weren't ready to show themselves, but this thing did. And wow, it looks like a Mantian or an insect type ET, or I don't know. Insane. Absolutely insane, folks. And whether you think they're real or not, I really don't know. I have to take this with a pinch of salt, but at the same time, folks, I've been in sales for over 20 years. I'm a good reader of people. I'm pretty good at reading footage as well now. And I'm not saying this is 100% real, but his orb video, capturing these stills out of his orb video, the orb was amazing. Totally, in my opinion, like, it was not. You can't fake that. You cannot fake that easily. I mean, let's check it out, folks. And the reason why you can't fake it is you can hear it. I'll put the sound up for you to hear. He's there. You can see the camera's moving, and he's trying to capture everything that he can see. He's also trying to see it with his own eyes as well. But this thing is moving and changing shape, folks, at the same time, and incredibly fast. So, you know, I'm sure people that have seen these things in the sky are with me right now going, nah, there's no way that's fake. Look, if there's no way this is fake, why would he then show me pictures of fake aliens? Bearing in mind, we've just seen UFOs across the skies of the US. I'm just saying, folks, if someone said to me, do you think they're real or fake, and you have to pick one, 75% saying they're real. That's just me being completely honest. 75% saying they're real, because I'm a good judge of character. I know my videos, and just based on the guy's credibility, 75% there. Once it gives me a little bit more detail and a few more videos, a few more pictures, that'll raise up and up and up. And that's how you build credibility, folks. And this is the first time I'm dealing with a gentleman, and he looks the part. He looks like he's got a voice and he stands for what he believes in, and I like that. I like that very much. It kind of reminds me of myself a little bit. We share the same enthusiasm on the topic, and we're both learning. So get all that footage over to me, please, LL, and I'll do my best to analyse it, clear up anything that you're struggling with, and we can work together, buddy. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. That's literally all I've got for you today. It's been a mad one. There's been a lot. go over it all again. Let me know if you found anything different in the comments. And please, I need your support, folks, because I can tell you right now, hand on heart, this story is just starting. And not only have we got 3 or 4 people around the globe at the moment that's just looking out for these things and catching them because it's just prevalent in their areas. We've got some amazing footage coming out, folks. ETs, we've got we've got the lot, and it's happening everywhere. So please subscribe. I need your support. We're doing really well at the moment. We've got to get this number climbing because we literally have to tell the world. Disclosure's coming, folks, and to be honest with you, with footage like that, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before the world stops and says, hey, we're not alone. So with that said, folks, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now.